Hello again. Chapter 8 continues with 8b. This is pages 278 to 282, slides 12 to 18 in the chapter notes. We're going to look at diagramming categorical statements, Venn diagrams, those overlapping circles. For all four of those, they each have their own look, their own thing, and so we're going to walk through those. And then how do you tell if two statements are equivalent? Well, you plot them on the graph. Okay, so not too hard, but a little weird. I've probably never seen things like this before, or if you have, they were used in a different way, and this is just different. Okay, so I'm just going to get a few things out of the way. Every time you see an all SRP, its diagram is going to look like this. You're going to overlap, make sure you get a good eyeball section here, and you're going to label S and P. All of these are going to look like this all the time. All of these are going to look like this all the time. Okay, so when I say all SRP, okay, it means everybody who's in this circle of S's actually fits in the eyeball section. And so what we do is we color in the side that's empty. Okay. If that messes you up, I think about it as I'm looking at the floor and I can't see. This is all just that weird pattern in a carpet, right? This one totally covered with folks, can't see it. And so the other way to think about it is there are three rooms, okay? There's one that's just S, one that's just P, and one that's the mixture. And because there's nobody in the just S room, that room's dark. Okay, so this is an A. E, I'm gonna go over here a little bit because I don't have enough space to do that all there. Again, always start out with your two circles, label them S and P, okay? But your E statement is no SRP. And so again, with our three rooms, okay, none of my S people want to be P people. And so that room is dark, okay? There's nobody in the middle. Everybody has polarized, gone their separate ways, okay? Sad but true. So the universals are kind of all or nothing, right? And so that's what they look like. The particulars, we have to be careful and make sure we plot our little X where there might be at least one, okay, according to our standard form. So some SRP, again, we're going to draw our little circles, we're going to label them S and P. Some SRP, that means at least one of my S people want to be in with the P people, and so I'm going to put a little X right there in the middle. Means there's at least one. Now there might be a million in there, okay? But at least one S is in the P room, okay? In the overlap room. All the lines are. And so my O statement, some S are not P. Again, I'm going to have my overlapping circles labeled S and P, salt and pepper, okay? And in this case, it says some S are not P. So at least one of my S people is determined not to be in that P group, and so they're out here. Okay. Now, wrap your head around it or not, this is what they always look like. Okay, this is what they always look like. It's not a game, it's not a guess. It's deductive, right? It's conclusive evidence. And so we have those four possibilities, and that's it, okay? Now, what I do is I look at page 280, and I put that on a 3x5 card so that I don't have to mark yet another page in my book, and I can work on my homework that way. I can work on my keys that way. I have a little 3x5 card in my binder that I didn't bring today that has these laid out on it just like that, so I can look and make sure, okay? I don't have to look very often these days because I've been doing this for a while, but every time we go back through this chapter, through the steps, I go back through and I look at things and make sure I've got them in my head. So I would encourage you highly to make the little card. So those are our pieces, right? We have all of our instructions here. Now, though that's fine, right? All cats are carnivores. Means all of the cats are in here in this little space being carnivores. Kind of messy, right? No cats are carnivores. Some cats are carnivores. Some cats are not carnivores. Okay? So, not too horrible. What if you want to know if two statements, two categorical statements, are equivalent? Basically, they're saying the same thing, okay? So I have, this is my possibility. Oh, I'm gonna get up on my tiptoes here for just a second. Oh my God, sorry. So, if we're gonna try to figure out if something is equivalent, and we have these two, no SRP and no PRS. Okay, are they equivalent? Well, how we figure that out is we draw it, right? We have our S and P, and we know no SRP looks like this. Okay, well, what happens if we think about this from the other direction? Okay, my P over here, none of these want to be an S, and that's what we're focusing on. So again, I do this. Yes. Okay, so they're equivalent, which is that equal with the tilde over top, or you can just write equivalent. Okay. Well, what about some of the others? If I have all SRP and then all PRS, are they the same? Here's the kicker, okay? Those are, we'll get a little bit more fun with that later. And then here's my other one, no PRS. So, all SRP, sorry, it looks like that. And if I flip the idea and say, okay, all P's are S's, so all of the P's are in the middle. So I can cross that out. Are they the same? No, okay? They're mirror images of each other, but they are not the same, so they are not equivalent. Okay? And really, go through, translate, figure out what they are. Now, I will tell you, if you have some SRP, some PRS, it's going to look like that, both of them. Okay, so I's are equivalent. If you have some S are not P, some P's are not S, then it's going to be flipped as well. Okay, so E's and I's are equivalent this way. A's and O's not so much. Okay, now you can do all kinds of different things and put more extra things in there to trip us up, but we can figure, we can figure it out, right? It's not that hard. 3 steps to diagramming a categorical statement at the top of 281. Hot tea keeps the throat warm. And then yeah, that's your 8.4 and 8.5. So that's not too rough. I don't want to overwhelm you with information, and I'm trying to get these things kind of, here's the basics, okay? But I will tell you, if you can just put it in your head that this is the way they look all the time, regardless of where I draw them, regardless of how they fit, an A statement is this, an E statement is that, okay? Even those days when it doesn't make sense to your brain, this is just the way it is, okay? It's like our givens on the truth tables. P, Q, and R always look this way. The rest of it is all the mess. But these are this way, that's it. Okay, those 4 ways of drawing things, that's it. Okay, until we get to 3 variables. But you still draw them the same way. Okay, and we'll get to that in a little bit here. So, The homework again is, give me a page and then do the work for 8.4 and 8.5. I think that's all that's on here. I have too many notes in too many places. Okay, yes. The review notes at the top of page 281, 3 steps to diagramming a categorical statement. You thought I forgot, I did, but I went back to it. First, draw 2 overlapping circles, each representing a term in the statement. Label the circles with the terms S and P. Shade an area of a circle to show that an area is empty. Insert an X to show that at least one member of a class is also a member of another class. So when we're looking at our universals, it's basically darken the room, okay? When we're looking at the particulars, it's show me where that one could be, okay? But like I said, A, E, I, O, they always look the same. I hope that helps. You know how to get a hold of me. If it doesn't, send me an email. I'd be more than happy to help explain, but please read the chapter, maybe twice. Look at the section here and do what you can with it, okay?